Welcome back to day 3 of the Mosconi Cup. 5 matches for you this evening. Darren Appleton and Nils Fine produced arguably one of the greatest racks in Mosconi Cup history. If you just missed it, you're going to kick yourself. They won 6-3. Wonderful point to win. They're 7-4 up. They need just 4 more to retain the Mosconi Cup. Next up is the first singles match of this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action. We are coming to you live from the MGM Grand Las Vegas. Matchroom Sport proudly present the PartyPoker.net Mosconi Cup. Coming to you live here on Sky Sports HD. Referee is Mr. Ken Schumann. It is a 30-second shot clock, and now it's time to meet our players in the singles action, and representing Team USA, would you please welcome Big Baba Sean Partner! And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Europe, it's Dynamite Darren Appleton!
Here we go. Second match of the day. Jimmy, Team USA's in trouble here. They're down 7-4. We've got the winning player from the last match, Darren Appleton, against a losing player from the last match, Sean Putnam.
Never mind that, Jay. These two met in the finals of the U.S. Open, and we all know what happened there, too. And you know something? American captain Charlie Williams knew that Darren Appleton had been held back. So he knew that it was going to be a Putnam. If he was putting Putnam up now, it was going to be Putnam up against Darren Appleton. You know, I think Charlie's got outmaneuvered here.
Yeah, it's a little top-loaded Europe's favor in this matches right now.
And I've got to be honest with you. I know the match is over, and hindsight's always 20/20. But I don't know whether I would have put a rookie out in Mike Duchesne with another player in the form of Sean Putnam, who's only had 1 year of Mosconi Cup experience.
Well, you're not the only pundit that talked about this setup for the first couple of matches. You would think that USA would have top-loaded their lineup, being behind 6-4. Now they're behind 7-4, and Sean Putnam's in a situation where he really has to win.
This is a must-win, Jay. They're back 3 points behind now, just like they were going into day 2.
And we're deep in the Mosconi Cup now. This is day 3.
Race to 6. And that's a good break by Sean. So important. He's won the lag. So important for him to establish a little bit of momentum in this match. He's got to try and park Darren Appleton in his chair.
He's got a shot at this 2-ball. So important for him to run this first rack. Can he do it?
Every chance right now. How about that last match, Jay? Shot making of the highest quality. Just a tremendous standard.
That last game was a super safety battle. Got a little funny on the 5. He'd like to have been a little closer to the 5-ball here. He's got to come with a shot right now.
Still a little tricky. Again, he's got to make another good shot on the 6. Oh, this is terrific stuff from Big Bubba.
I don't know that he's ever been under this much pressure in his pool career as he is right now. The fate of Team USA is solely on his shoulders.
How about this shot?
Boy, he put a big stroke on that ball. He's got an angle, too. He can go forward off the side rail, back across table, just like this for the 9. I'll tell you what, he looked good this first rack. He does not want that cue ball on the rail. Yeah, he's okay.
Missed it. Missed it.
Nerves, nerves, nerves.
The pressure of the Mosconi Cup, front and center right there.
He looked so good, and then he missed an easy 9 ball.
Well, Sean Putnam, you know what the Mosconi Cup's all about, and now you're feeling the pain and the misery that your teammates are feeling. A horrific 9, and you've got to put it out of your mind. After some terrific shots to get into the winning position, just watch.
Shot on the 7. Boy, big stroke. See that cue ball come down table?
And like you said, Jay, he had the angle on the 8.
He had perfect position.
Trying to will that one in. All the body English in the world couldn't get it done.
Well, I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but it doesn't look good right now.
Darren only made 1 ball in that rack, and it was the one that counted.
Rack 2, Team Europe is breaking.
And you know something?
1 game to none.
We always say it never says how, just who. But I think in that instance, Jay, a lot of people are going to remember how.
He was running out so smoothly, too, Jimmy. It's hard to recover from a miss like that. Believe me, it works on you psychologically.
Second rack. Cute. Well, Sean Putnam's getting right back to the table.
On the break.
Cue ball straight into the side pocket. That's just exactly what Putnam would have wanted and what Appleton was trying to guard against.
He's going to have a problem here, though. We'll talk about it in just a second. We see this table, you'll see. Got an easy shot on the 2, but look where the 3 is.
Tell you what, as he looked at the 2-9 into the corner, it must not be there. But it sure looks close from that camera angle, doesn't it?
I think his mental processes are a little messed up right now. He's got a tough little shot here right on this 3 ball.
Well, you know what they say, Jay, when you fall off the horse, you got to get right back into the saddle. And that's just exactly what Putnam's faced with here. Chance to erase the memories of that missed 9.
He's got to be a little shaky right now. That's a good shot. Once again, he's got a nice looking rack here.
Got the angle to get near the 6. You have to feel at this stage they really can't be easy enough for Putnam. Tell you what, that was a good shot. That was risky.
Yeah. Well done.
Another
Looking
good shot.
again.
How big was this visit from Putnam?
It's not over yet. Well, this is a little easier 9 ball than the last one, but
no way he was missing that one, Jay. No way. Sean Putnam dishing up to get back to 1-1, USA versus Europe. And he repays the favor, swipes the break. And if you're just joining us here on day 3 at the MGM Grand, 1 match already in the books, courtesy Darren Appleton, Niels Feijen. Singles action, doubles action unfolding right before your eyes.
and then 2 singles matches to close out the day.
And 7-4, the lead in favor of Europe. First team to take 11 points will be sipping champagne from the Mosconi Cup. Team Europe have only done that once on American soil. It was at the MGM Grand back in 2007. They remember it well.
Rack 3, USA breaking. Match is 1-1.
Putnam settling into the break.
The one's going.
Doesn't look like anything other than defense on the 2, though, Jay.
Well, he can roll that 2 ball behind the 7 and hide it pretty good. He will be playing a safety here, trying to hide the cue ball. Hide the 2 ball and force Darren to kick at the 2.
The 18th Mosconi Cup gracing American soil here at the MGM Grand for only the 5th time in the 18-year history of this event.
Nice, delicate little shot there. He'd like to roll the cue ball. This is good. This is good.
And if you're wondering where we're going to be next year, no prizes for guessing. We're going to be right back from the frying pan into the fire at your call.
What a wonderful venue that is.
Everybody, the scenes from last year are still vividly imparched in everybody's memory. And you know, Jay, going back to last year, going into day 3, it was a 4-2 lead. They led by 2 points going into day 3 last year as well. Very similar to this year. Ominous signs for Team USA.
I think the final result last year was 11-8. He's going to kick at the 2. He'll hit it. Got to be careful not to give up his shot, though. He's got to hit it pretty firm. Yeah, he wanted to hit it firm.
Now, don't know whether this passes or not, Jay. And if it doesn't, then you have to feel that Sean's going to take the defense. Well, I think it does.
Yeah, he's shooting at it.
He's overcut it.
Wow, another easy miss.
And I think he's left the edge sticking out for Appleton. That was a bad miss from Putnam. He's still shaking that left arm. You can see him. He's fighting it.
Very bad miss there. Yeah. Sean's feeling it right now. The weight of the Mosconi Cup is on his shoulders, and it's weighing him down. And watch out for this guy. He will take advantage of every mistake.
All those negative thoughts swirling in Sean Putnam's head right now.
The only tough shot here might be the 6 ball, Jimmy.
Yeah, but you got to feel it from anywhere near the center of the table. It's going to be available, Jay. Certainly, it looks like it will be.
Darren's a confident player right now. He knows his opponent's weak.
Jay, you mentioned it in the very first match. You like the way Darren Appleton's looking today? You can still see that focus, that steely-eyed concentration.
Yeah, he's a gladiator today.
He looks like he's in the zone. And he's just weighing up where he has to draw this cue ball back to leave that 6 available.
Probably out to the middle of the table here. That should be enough. Just about the middle of the table. He can draw out and around the 7 ball. Little low left English here. Just like that. That'll work. That missed 2 ball by Sean Putnam is going to prove costly.
No, it's looking a lot like Europe is going to be 2-1 ahead. And this is the second match of day 3, and it could easily have been 3-0 to Team USA. He knows it.
You can't miss balls with somebody like Darren Appleton.
This is just the way Appleton looked in securing his second successive U.S. Open. Mechanical, clinical, everything finding the center of the pocket. Dynamite Darren Appleton doing the job here as far as Team Europe's concerned, and Sean Putnam suffering in his chair. Lots more Mosconi Cup action coming your way. Stay with us.
Knocking him in like they're over the pocket, but his work isn't done yet. This is a difficult 8. Low could have blobbed at just the time. Jimmy and the Euro team on the crowd ones. We could be about 11 seconds. Counting 9, 8. You can count it now, Sid. 5, 4, 3. Jimmy's done it. Mosconi Cup to Europe! Thanks to the whirlwind!
Rack number 4.
Yeah, some Mosconi moments to be sure. And want to send well wishes out to our good buddy Sid Waddell. He's got some health issues over there. He's a battler, Sid, and we're all thinking about you, my friend. You be well.
That would.
Look forward to seeing him back on the darts. And Darren Appleton looking to do the business right here.
1 ball down. Here comes the 2.
Well, he's got an easy safety, Jay, and a possible 2-6 combination.
Good call, Jim. He may want to shoot this combination. That's what he's looking at.
They never like to give up the table, these players. At this level, they've got so much mutual respect for each other, regardless of whether they're kicking or not. Darren's looking at the 2-6, and I don't need to tell you this is missable.
Well, his concern is not just making it, but leaving himself on a shot at the 2 if he makes it. He's going for it.
Yeah, he didn't just go for it. He parked it. And perfect on the 2. 3 in the Open. Everything's there for Darren right now. It's just about controlling Whitey.
All looks good right here.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do anything, Jay. He's going to have the angle on the 4 to get up table for the 5.
Just stop the cue ball right here. Perfect angle. 4 to the 5. We call it a Cosmo. Jimmy, I knew Tom Cosmo. That's how far back I go. You know where that came from? Tom Cosmo used to do an exhibition. He'd set up all the balls on the table where every shot was a stop shot. So he didn't have to move the cue ball anywhere. And it was a Cosmo because anybody could run out. Tom Cosmo was an old vaudeville entertainer in New York back in the 60s.
Jay, that's brilliant.
I was a baby.
Oh, yeah, sure you were, Jay. Yeah, you were mid-30s. Great performance from Appleton here. Again, he just doesn't look like putting a foot wrong at all. Rock solid. And what sort of message is he sending to his teammates with performances like this? Chris Melling, just there, center picture. Johan Rushink, the European captain. Off their seats again, applauding a masterful performance by Appleton. 3-1 now he leads Putnam.
I love watching this man work, the consummate professional.
All business. And that's exactly how Europe want to go forth here on day 3. Already 1 point in the bank, looking to secure another one that would take them 4 clear.
Yeah, this match is getting out of hand right now.
And then another doubles match to follow. Niels Fye and Ralph Souquet against Archer and Morris. That could be one the Americans will have to win, otherwise dire straits. Then singles play to close it out.
Yeah, remember, 11 wins secures the Mosconi Cup. Europe's starting to get close.
And how about the rookies to close out day 3?
USA
Melling and
breaking.
Duchesne, 2 players
3-1.
brimming with confidence. Can't wait to see those two come out.
Sean takes a good look at the rack.
There's Chris.
All smiles now.
Great young talent. Big things expected of him in his first Mosconi Cup.
He did make the 1. The 2 sets up pretty good. This is a nice looking rack.
Yeah, he's going to have to go across the table. Going to have to tell that cue ball to travel a little distance here, go
Back
across
and
the
forth.
table, back and forth, and back over.
It's a natural shot.
Just
there.
got to watch the
Look
side
out,
pocket.
Look out. He lost the cue ball.
No excuse. Didn't need to be anywhere near that side pocket. He had to check it a bit, Jay. He had to take that side pocket out of the equation.
Start the
Sean
clock,
is
please.
suffering a case of nerves at the worst possible time.
And again, with ball in hand, getting from the 3 to the 4, which was always going to be a question mark in this rack.
Tell you what, Jimmy, it didn't look good when Sean missed that 9 ball in the first game. And he's just compounded the errors since then. That's 3 unforced errors by Sean Putnam. Darren is firmly in control. He's tightening the noose.
Sean Putnam hasn't played in the Mosconi Cup since 2005. And so it's been 6 years of working his way back onto the Mosconi Cup team. He does not want to remember this.
Not his best performance today. Meanwhile, Darren Appleton's doing what he's been doing for the last 3 years in professional pool. Winning, winning, winning.
What a year Appleton's had. Followed the U.S. Open with the Challenge of Champions title. And he's looking as strong as ever in securing a 4-1 advantage over Sean Putnam here. Captain Charlie Williams trying to pat Sean on the back. Get rid of those negative thoughts. Easier said than done, Captain Williams.
Big hill to climb for Sean Putnam here.
Three big mistakes from Putnam. The missed 9 in the first rack. That was the one that really hurt.
This easy shot he missed here. And then this scratch coming up.
Just bad position here. No excuses whatsoever for this. He knew it as soon as he hit it. And there's a picture of a suffering man. No quarter asked, no quarter given.
Rack 6.
Darren
Europe is
Appleton
breaking,
4-1 in front.
4-1.
And with the break in rack number 6.
Darren's got that eye of the tiger look today.
Didn't get the 1, Jay. Got the wing ball, though. But does he have a shot at the 1?
I think he does. I think he does. And a good shot at that.
Wing ball into the corner pocket. When these players pull that cue ball over to the side cushion, they're targeting that 1 into the side.
Well, the 3 went down in the corner. He's got the 1. There's the 2 right in front of the side pocket. once he gets on this too.
Tough getting out of here, though. Oh, beautifully played. Just flicked the edge of the 7. He's left the 2 into the side.
This is the tough shot coming up after the 2. He may have to play the 4-8 combination. I think we'll see him go down table.
It'll definitely be a 4-8, Jay. Definitely.
Couldn't have hit it any better than that. He'll just roll the 4 slowly into the 8 so the 4 stays in front of the pocket. Just like that. Nicely done.
Now just draw this up, get a little closer.
He's going to pull out that rest, that snooker rest.
Yeah, the X rest. A lot of the European players, certainly the English ones, these are the rests that they grew up with. This is a snooker rest, effectively. You see this all over the professional snooker tour. Just cheat the pocket a bit here. Get closer to the 5. He's overhit that a bit.
Yeah, he went about a foot too far there. But I don't see any problem for him cutting this in. You see, Darren didn't waste any time getting down on this ball.
Wow. Mark that one down. That miss, as Darren shakes his head, that miss gives Sean Putnam a glimmer of hope.
That's a surprising miss, but like you said, he overrolled position a little bit there, Jimmy.
Do you know something? We tend to give these guys so much credit. They play at such a high level, we don't ever expect a miss to come. But that was a surprising one from Appleton, and it gives Putnam hope.
Can he shake off those nerves? He has not been steady in this match. Well, he overdrew that ball, but he can shoot it in the side pocket. Yeah, he was playing position for the corner.
I was going to say, I don't think the side was intended, but he'll take it. And the Americans a chance to cheer. 4-2 still in favor of Europe and Darren Appleton. A little reason to just warm those hands as Appleton looks on in disbelief. Well, Sean's got to try and gather himself now. I know Charlie Williams had come over to have a chat with him. It didn't look like Sean wanted anything to do with Charlie, did it?
He's in his own little world right now. It's pretty lonely out there in that arena, I'll tell you.
Look at Darren. He looks like a bulldog. He's got that sort of demeanor. Got a message from a good buddy of Darren's back in the UK, Carl Boyes, himself a Mosconi Cupper, wishing Team Europe well. I know Carl's in front of the TV set watching this. Played last year at York Hall. He knows what the Mosconi Cup pressure is like.
Rack number 7, USA breaking.
And how about those guys? Looks like Alex Higgins and Jimmy White up there. Those are the waistcoats that the early days of the Mosconi Cup, we saw White and Higgins, the late Alex Higgins, wearing.
You used to play in those little vests, didn't you, Jimmy?
Still have some, Jay. They just don't fit over my stomach anymore.
Illegal break. Option to
illegal break. And that meant effectively 3 balls didn't pass the head string. Every ball pocketed counts as a ball having passed the head string. There, in that case, only the 5 and 7. But nothing down, so it was a dry break regardless.
But because there's no shot at the 1, Darren passed the table right back to Sean.
Now Sean can still push out, and that'll bring Darren in with the option.
See what he's doing? He wants to kick and hit this 1 ball, knock the 1, pass that 4 and 8, and leave the cue ball right there.
Not a bad option, Jay, because where would you push to where you wouldn't leave your opponent a real good opportunity and aggressive safety? And we do apologize. If you did hear anything inappropriate, folks, we sincerely apologize.
There's a lot of emotion out there.
A lot of intensity.
As you can see, that was a failed safety. He wanted to hide that 1 ball. Now Darren has the opportunity to play a good safety right back at him.
There's Santa. I wonder who's on his naughty list this year. I don't know about this shot. I think Sean might be able to get to this off that side cushion and even make it. I think that was a poor effort from Darren.
He's got to hit this just right, though, because the one is a diamond and a half from the corner pocket. He's got to hit it perfect.
He shouldn't even have the shot, Jay.
You know, it might be better to play a safety. Stick that cue ball right there.
Foul.
Wow. Another.
He was trying to make it, and he got a little too cute.
Start the clock, please.
Well, there's no excuse for that. You're never supposed to hit the 8 ball on that shot. I'm sorry.
I was looking at Darren Appleton. He was in his chair shaking his head. He knew he made a mistake, and now he comes to the table with ball in hand. Oh. Now, just when Appleton missed a ball to give Putnam, a ray of sunshine, Putnam turns it right back over. Tell you what, that was close. That was close to being disastrous.
He's all right, though. That's 4 unforced errors in this match already for Sean Putnam.
A little different than the first match, isn't it?
Way too many. Way too many.
Purposely leaving the angle on the 4 so we can slide that cue ball over the 5. Would you bet on Appleton missing again, Jay?
No.
Not with somebody else's money.
You're looking at a guy that's probably the best money player I ever saw come out of Europe, too. He's played lots of big challenge matches the last few years. He's not afraid to mix it up off court, too.
In many people's minds, Darren Appleton is one of the best players in the world right now. And what a luxury Johan Rushink had, being able to hold him back and bring him out here on day 3 in singles play. What a beautiful situation Johan was in there.
Well, Johan's got some warriors on his team.
There's the man. Has yet to lose a Mosconi Cup. Drew one, but has never tasted defeat.
Pretty straight in here. He'll probably just draw that ball straight back down table. When I say draw, I mean cue low. Bring the cue ball straight back just like that. Perfect execution there by Darren Appleton.
Yeah, a little closer on the 8 than he would have liked, though. So, positional options, a little restricted. He should be able to thump this in and play the 9 into the side pocket.
Yeah, players don't want to be straight in. They want to have a little angle. As you said, he thumped it in.
To get to the hill. Down goes the 9. 5-2 confirmed here at the MGM Grand. Mosconi Cup action. Darren Appleton, Sean Putnam. Match number 2 of day 3. Already Europe with a 7-4 lead. Looking to get 4 in front and into the comfort zone.
Far too many mistakes in this match by Sean Putnam.
And there's what's yet to come.
Now that's a good match coming up. I like that doubles match.
Archer Morris versus Fayan and Suke. And then we close it out with 2 singles matches. Battle of the Bens, Van Boning and Vandenberg. And then the rookies come out, Deschênes and Melling.
You know, if Darren completes this match as we think he will right now, the USA must win the last 3 matches to have a chance tomorrow.
Well, you know, right now, it's all about just staying on the European heels. Because Europe is leaving them in their dust.
5-2.
They came into this year's Mosconi Cup as favorites, and they have done nothing to dispel that theory. 5-2 Appleton.
One in the side. Look out, cue ball. He lost the cue ball.
Second time that's happened to Darren. I think the cue ball was kicked, though, over on the side. There it was.
Start the clock, please.
So nothing he could do about that one. Just be thankful he's 5-2 in front at this stage.
Well, Sean's got an open table here. 3's tied up against the 9, but it looks like the 3 will go in the corner. That's the lower left corner as we're looking at the table.
Having a real good look at that 3. Certainly looks available.
Well, I guess he's trying to shoot the 3 in the side pocket.
Well, he's looking up at the crowd. Somebody said something. I know that wasn't a friendly stare, believe me. But that wasn't a very good positional effort from Sean.
Yeah, he's got a bad angle here. And that's the result. Sean has just not been with it this match.
Jay, he's got all the body language of a beaten man. Even the way that he's in his chair, there's nothing positive about the way Sean Putnam is looking right now.
Well, he's shown negativity ever since he missed that first 9 ball in game number 1. He made such a beautiful run out, and then he dogged the 9. Darren's got a long shot here on the 3. But if he converts it, it could be all over. Beautiful camera work there.
That was a pretty good hit right there. He had to get that cue ball off the cushion, otherwise the 4 wouldn't have been available. And now one good positional shot, as you see this again, using every bit of that pocket on this diamond table.
He's cueing low. He wants to draw the cue ball straight back up table towards the middle of the table, just like that. Perfectly executed.
You know what's also very evident? Watch the cue as it goes through the cue ball, right on its intended path. All the Europeans fundamentally sound, and that sort of thing always stands up under pressure, Jay.
Darren is quickly cleaning up the rest of this rack and completing the match. Huge lead for Team Europe here. They'll be 8-4 ahead.
Quite possibly an insurmountable lead.
He's going to shoot the 9 up in the corner, but that's perfect position. This is one ball you want to be close to.
For the match. And down it goes, confirming the score, moving 8-4 in Europe's favor. Darren Appleton, the European fans, cause to celebrate here at the MGM Grand. 4 points clear and just 3 away from winning the Mosconi Cup. And you know, as Appleton celebrates, the Americans right now, they're looking for any glimmer of hope they can find. Could they call on the diamond table? Could they look for a pearl?
This whole event revolves around Davis, not me, or the rest of the players. So when you figure out it revolves around all of us and not just one player, then he won't make it. If that's the way the people want it, then so be it. You know, Americans don't do that to the other players when they come to America. That's all I got to say.
Hold on to your seats.
Here we go.
Well, sometimes the horse runs faster with a little burr under its saddle. As long as he's in that chair, Steve's the master of this universe. If Earl were on a sinking ship, he'd be spending all his time firing at the rescuers.
I'm talking to you.
Reigning world champion on thin ice. More ways than one here.
But these people are calling me names and stuff. Just people are ridiculous. Just don't speak to me like that.
You can't understand why he's done this to himself.
I know it!
Missed it. Throws back. He can't.
Look at all! Look at all!
I think he was screaming justice. Earl Strickland, the champion of the world, has knocked Steve Davis out of this world's championship.
I don't blame Steve at all for my getting upset because the audience, I can't, you know what I mean? I just can't handle it sometimes, and I come unglued. But I'm lucky to play as well as I did, fighting that crowd.
Yeah.
I think I'm a remarkable person.
Yes, there you can see the order of play on day 3, already all blue. All blue, 6-3, 6-2. The doubles match still to come. Archer and Morris, Niels Fye and Suke. Great one coming up. John McDonald to bring out our players.
Yes, and a very warm welcome back to the action. We're coming to you live from the MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Nevada. Matchroom Sport proudly present the PartyPoker.net Mosconi Cup. Referee Michaela Tabb with a 30-second shot clock. We're into doubles action. Let's meet the teams. Firstly, would you please welcome, representing Team USA, it's the Rocket, Rodney Morris, and the Scorpion. Here's Johnny Archer! And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Europe, would you please welcome the Terminator, Niels Fyen, and Kaiser, Ralph Suke!
One thing for certain, Europe will have the overnight lead going into day 4. The only thing in question, how big that lead will be. 8-4 they currently lead. 3 matches to be played here on day 3. This doubles match, then the 2 singles. All races to 6, but the first to win 11 matches, effectively 11 points, they're the ones that'll be sipping champagne.
I think the big question for me, Jim, is whether there will be a day 4.
Have you got enough?
The way things are going at the moment wouldn't surprise me if Europe won the last 3 of the night.
They've only got 1.
Well, they certainly have Mr. Momentum firmly on their side.
Okay. You want
And I can tell you that Ralph Suke, Niels Fyen, Pretty nice pairing to pass the baton to, Andy.
Well, you and I spoke before this evening's play started, and we both said the first 3 matches, Europe looked so strong. And you put Appleton out there as well, you know, who you quite rightly said in the last match is probably the best player in the world at the moment on current form. They look so strong. It doesn't look good for the Americans.
Well, it's a must-win.
A race to 6
Rodney
racks.
and
First rack.
Johnny Archer, a must-win. And Niels and Ralph know the pressure is on the American shoulders. And they're going to try and weigh it down a little more.
But I did it from here the last 2 times I've done it. Okay, right, I'll just follow it.
Got a ball off the break. Legal break. It looks like only defense on the 2. Just roll up, try and cover the 2 using the 8. Ralph was trying to get that side cushion out of the way. I don't know whether he's accomplished that, Andy. I think he might just be able to get to that side cushion. Well, he's looking the long cushion, so possibly not. Yeah, it's going to be the long cushion. Tougher hit, this one.
Well, I'm just looking where the 2 is next to, and it's next to
I
the
really
9.
like it. I mean,
It's not going in, is it? No. I think he played it that way because there was a tiny possibility the 2 would knock into the 9, but
cut it too much. Hit it full in the back.
as he's left it. First chance to the Europeans.
Yeah, Rodney trying to really
Inside English?
stay at ease, keep Archer at ease.
I gotta leave you here. No, that's fine. Whatever.